And I truly believe that we need to get out of our own way. And we're the ones, it's our ego or whatever. People need our services. And we need to get out of our own way. Frank wants us to succeed. Everybody in this room wants you to succeed. If you don't take a listing, I don't have anything to sell. I need each and every one of you. So I truly believe that, and I think that all of your sphere, your past clients, they all want you to succeed. Otherwise, they wouldn't have hired you to do the job in the first place. And I can't let someone else determine my future. And as you know, I prospect, some call it cold calling, it's strictly mindset. Here's something that's pretty interesting, is when you go down, and I'm just using these stores, it could be any store. When you go into Macy's, a gal will come up to you and say, are you looking for anything? And my answer is no, always. Now, what am I doing in that store? I'm probably looking for something. And here's the difference. If I go over to t-shirts, I am looking in the t-shirts, and these salespeople come up to me and say, it looks like you're looking for a shirt for your jeans. Or if I'm over here in the blouses, do you have a business meeting you're going to? Well, yeah, I am. Total different approach on how to, it just drives me nuts. We love car dealerships. I love to listen to them. They have every objection down to a gnat's ass, excuse my language. It is amazing. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a couple of scripts for you, but here are some key words that we call tie downs, and we truly need to use these because in order to get our results that we need people to agree with what we're saying. We can call it persuasive language. They use this a lot in NLP, 4 classes in it. And we would have to take one objection, like would you lower your price, and write 10 different responses. And they had to be good. Because I was competing against a lot of people that were 10 a day, every day. So does that work for you? These are just a couple of simple responses that you will see a big change in your business. Isn't that true? Isn't that what you want? Right? Don't you agree? Won't that be great? Okay, that's always a good one. And don't you think? Haven't you thought about that? Wouldn't you? It's lucky that I called today. Those are some of my very favorite. Certainly you will sign the contract. Okay? So just let me do a just listed real quickly for you, just so that you kind of understand what I'm talking about. So I immediately, the phone's ringing, okay, and someone answers. Hi, this is, or hello, or good morning, whatever they say. This is Jane Woodward with John L. Scott Real Estate. And we just listed the home over on 123 Primrose Lane. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and we listed it for $249. And I'm just calling to see, who do you know that wants to move into the neighborhood? Thank you for thinking of that. You don't know anybody at this time within your sphere or your group of friends want to move into your neighborhood. So and I say that a second time, it all depends on the response that I get the first time. Okay? So, and I'm just curious, when do you plan on moving? And they'll say never. How long have you lived at your address? 5 years. So where did you move from? Oh, over on Timbuktu. So what brought you to this area? The schools. These are the responses that I get every single day. The schools. So if you were to move, where would you go? Oh, I want to be over in Windsor Mills. Really? So you must like that school district, huh? Because I know what school district that might be. So if you found a home that worked for you, is that of interest to you? Yeah, but you know, my husband just lost his job, or whatever. I mean, they don't say that, but whatever. And if they don't want anything, that's fine. Thank you very much. And I hang up. They hang up first, of course, right? So, and so I do the same thing with just sold. And I never say that I just listed. We just listed the home. So I may take your listing and I call around the neighborhood. It takes me about 15 minutes, I pull up the short list. I think it's called, it's on MetroScan. I think it might be called the Farming Report. It's about this list, about this big, and just has somebody's name, and I look up the phone numbers. It takes about 15 minutes. So in other words, let's just say Edgewater. That's an easy one for me. So I might pull up, I know the name of the street, Circle Drive, and blah, 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 blah. So if you just listed a home over on Circle Drive, I'll call around that neighborhood and do exactly the same thing. Will the people be home? No. Maybe half of them. I do not leave messages. Because I just don't, I just let it ring 3 times and hang up. Because I don't want my number to come up on there, because they will go to the office and say somebody called me from here. So I try hard not to. Yes, Kay?
Do you have the script for the sold one? And do you go into...
Exactly the same.
They are? So do you go, when you're talking about the sold, you talk about what it was originally listed for?
No.
What it found, so you don't go into detail?
No. Why don't you tell them a price?
You what?
Why don't you tell them a price?
Oh.
We just sold the home over on Primrose Lane.
Oh.
They don't say how much was it? That would be my first
Yeah,
question.
When it closes.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know, it hasn't closed yet.
Oh, you called when it just was pending?
Right. However, and so people will say, so what did it close at? You know what, it hasn't closed yet, but we have an offer on it. We know when one home sells, 2 more sell right away. So when do you plan on it?
That's so good.
So it's right here. So, and see, I actually do it better by just saying it rather than reading it, because it's, but, so let me ask you something. So they'll say, well, what did it sell for? You know what? I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, homes are selling for 98.7% of list to sell price. So they got, within a couple $1,000. I don't say 10, but they got within a couple $1,000. And I use words, okay? I'll use a couple thousand or $10,000. I use big words. So now, unexpired, we don't have a lot here. Believe it or not, February 1st, I don't know who was working in August, but we didn't have any expireds. There was maybe 4 or 5, and they were all short sales, and I don't call them those. But usually, at the first of the month, I just can't wait till the first of the month, because I get 18 or 20 expireds. So I'm just in heaven. And I'm at 25 steps ahead of each and every one of you. So what I do, I'll give you another little secret, is, Frank, if I'm going too long, you tell me. I pull up a 1-line sheet on every single area. For instance, 166. And I pull up all of the active listings. Okay? So I do this for every single area, 147, 148, 149. It's not even this much paper, it's this many, because it's this 1-line thing. It has their phone numbers on it. So it has the address and the phone numbers. So when your listing expires and you want to take the time to go in there and take the phone number out, I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I have the phone number. So go for it. And why, when a listing expires, why not refer it to Penny and at least take a 20% referral? Sometimes our communication skills just aren't what, maybe somebody else can, and you can at least get 20% and put the time, get your money out of, the time that you've put in.